Audio Jungle.
Of days. I can go across to Pallavi Ghosh, who's now joining us. Pallavi, you have been speaking to your sources as well. Is there now clarity about the fact that as far as the lifting of the lockdown is concerned, the centre and all the states seem to be on the same page, that let the hotspots be, let the lockdown be there, but in districts that are not reporting any positive cases or districts that have managed to flatten the curve, ease restrictions there because we simply cannot afford the lockdown anymore?
See, no state would actually want to go in for a complete lockdown because they are, of course, equally worried about the economic activity. And, unlike the central government, the state governments are also making the point, even more so, that we don't have our own source of revenue. I mean, very quickly, why do you think a Punjab Chief Minister, Captain Amrinder Singh, pressed on the need to open up, say, the liquor shops? Because that's where the revenues come for the state governments, and that has completely dried up. And that's the reason why there's a lot of pressure going in from the state governments on the central government that we need to have more economic activities. We need to open up a bit more, and we also need more funds coming in from the state government. So what's going to happen after the chief ministers and the prime minister's meeting? One, that meeting which was supposed to take place between the prime minister and the finance minister, that meeting is expected to take anytime soon. The finishing touches to the so-called fiscal package or the stimulus package has already been given. So whether it's going to be a structured fiscal package, those modalities are still to be worked out. Whatever is the package, it will have to incorporate the demands which come in from the states. Putting together the demands which were put by the states to the prime minister today, what was very common was two threads. One, of course, need for economic activities. Complete lifting of lockdown is not possible. We need to open up more economic activities. And second, of course, was a concern as far as migrant laborers is concerned. Now, how do you keep the migrant workers back where they are? The only way they'll stay back is if they have a source of income. And that's where the increase in economic activities comes in. And what we are being told by our sources that these are the points which were reiterated all the time by all the chief ministers. The reassurance went in from the prime minister and from the central government that opening up of the lockdown completely is a call which will be taken only after 3rd of May. Several factors will have to be taken in. The situation is not such where we can completely open up. There are those soft spot areas. There are, festivals which are very much round the corner, and therefore those factors will also have to be taken in. But yes, there was an agreement on the fact that economic activity will have to be opened up.
All right, Pallavi, do stay on with us. Let me go across to Payal Mehta, my colleague, who's been tracking the meeting as well. Payal, I believe Nitish Kumar was fairly upset with the fact that the MHA doesn't seem to have a clear guideline as far as inter-border transportation is concerned. He brought up the fact that there were students in Kota that one particular state had evacuated. There are those 6,000 pilgrims who Punjab has now evacuated as well from Maharashtra. And yet the centre has gone and told the Supreme Court that under no circumstances will we allow any sort of movement between borders. Was there a response that the Home Minister has given? Does the Government of India have a clear policy on whether migrant labourers will be moving to their states or continue to stay put where they are?
Shreya, as far as the government is concerned, the government policy is very simple, that there will be no relaxations other than what the MHA is allowed as far the guidelines are concerned. But there are several states, not just one state, but yesterday, late night or in fact early morning today, 300 plus students reached Assam as well, and 350 plus students from Kota will be reaching Jammu and Kashmir also today. So this is what Nitish Kumar really raised, and he said that we are facing the flack of the people because our people feel that we're not doing enough. And in that case, what we need to do is that we need to have, because we've been following the guidelines of the MHA to the word, and that's one of the reasons that, it has to be clearly justified and told to everyone that, guidelines have to be followed, and everyone has to follow the guidelines. There's no two ways about it. It'll be important to see if at all a response was sought, from the Home Minister, and the Home Minister replied. Because we are given to understand the Home Minister took note of what Nitish Kumar was saying, and not that the Home Minister was certainly unaware, because most of these states who've been bringing back students, a lot of these states are BJP-ruled states as well. So essentially, even bringing back migrant laborers, it's not just Odisha, but some other states, like Madhya Pradesh, Yogi Adityanath, Uttar Pradesh, these are BJP-ruled states, so obviously the guidelines are being followed. And that's one of the reasons this was raised by many people, saying that why are they confused guidelines, or why is there confused violation of guidelines that is being allowed as well. So if Yogi Adityanath tomorrow comes out and says that anybody who spent 14 days of quarantine somewhere else can be brought back, is it with the blessings of the government? That's something that they have to really think and work out for. Importantly, the Prime Minister also said that the onus on lifting the lockdown in phased manner will also depend on the Chief Ministers. He told the Chief Ministers to drop a plan according to what their states are and drop zones like red, orange, green. These zones have to be drawn out so that they can look at how the guidelines can be can further be extended or probably further be amended as well. And most importantly, a lot of Chief Ministers will express concern. In fact, out of 9 Chief Ministers who spoke today, 4 Chief Ministers had advocated for further extension of the lockdown. But and some of them had expressed sort of concerns as far as the economy is concerned. One stamping line and one critical line by the Prime Minister has been that there is no reason for anybody to worry about India's economy, and our India's economy is in good health, is in good shape.
So, Payal, you're reporting that of the 4 chief ministers, of the 9 chief ministers who spoke in today's meeting, at least 4 have advocated the continuation of the lockdown. And so could you tell us which states want the continuation of the lockdown, and do they want a complete continuation of the lockdown, no easing even in non-hotspot areas?
We're still trying to get the details in terms of how many chief ministers have asked for a lockdown to be eased out, but we're told that Meghalaya, Puducherry are some of the states that have asked for the lockdown to continue as well, obviously because they would like to understand that as to what impact it will otherwise have. If you open the lockdown right away or you open it overnight, that's going to actually spell dooms. And that's one of the reasons that the biggest challenge before the central government here will be to also in coordination with the state see what can really be opened up. Yesterday, Uddhav Thackeray addressed the media and he essentially says that, even if there are some departments where, of course, the lockdown will see some easing out or will see easing out of restrictions, but there is no way in which they can open up the working of trains, because trains are the lifeline of Mumbai, and if trains are opened up, there's no way to control the number of people who travel by them. So the biggest challenge for the government right now is to also ensure that how they are looking at opening up the public transport system. That's one of the biggest challenges that they're really looking at. Railways, which has been shut for over a month now, we'll have to look at how they want to do that. And also, airlines have, some of them have also been in extremely bad shape and have been receiving the flack from people for not returning the money and just creating a credit shell as well. So all of these factors have to be taken into account as well. But, the Prime Minister essentially told all the states that you have to draw a guideline for yourself and tell us, in the future, whenever we have a meeting closer to the 3rd, because he said that any faisla or any decision will be taken only after the 3rd as well. So the states will have to come up and say, and if you remember, Shreya, that in the last meeting that the Prime Minister had, Jagan Mohan Reddy had essentially told the government that there are several zones within his, several districts within his state where there were no cases at all, and those were absolutely green zones. So could there work which could be started over there? These are minute details and it have to be minutely studied, and there has to be a complete coordination between the state government as well as the